Salutations, my fellow dudes and dudettes, and welcome back to Paper Mario. Last time, we went into the jungle and rescued all the five, Yoshis. I forget the name of them. Like their, the name of their group. But anyways, today we're gonna be, paying a visit to Raphael the Raven, using, excuse me, oh man, sorry, I have a bit of gas going on. Got this weird new Sprite thing, flavor. It's called Winter Spice Cranberry. A little weird. But anyway, we're gonna be visiting Raphael the Raven using that Jade Raven we just used to move that statue, and now we're in the deeper part of the jungle. And this theme never sticks in my head. Just gotta say that now. For no particular reason, at the very least. It matches the aesthetic. Also, I sort of jumped the gun. I do a lot of wandering around in this part because I was struggling to recall where the star pieces were from the research I did. So there's going to be a lot of random jump cuts just because I don't want to see you. I don't want you to see me aimlessly looking for the star piece when it's not even there. Alright, this area is pretty simple. You got all these geysers, and you just gotta push the blocks, where the holes are. You block the water from coming out, then eventually, once we push this last one right here, this big rock will get shot up. And once you do that, you're going to want to move one of the blocks out, because otherwise you can't proceed. Alright, now pulling some of these vines will reveal enemies, and others will get you items. To avoid wasting your time, pull this one and then the last one. Because otherwise you'll just end up having to constantly deal with these guys. Also, I leveled up, so... Woo. I just sort of fumble with my badges a little bit. As for that second to last one, it opens the way. It's a shame that fire flowers aren't going to get any use because of the area we're going into next. I don't think there's anything over here. Oh, except some enemies. Okay, now this ain't a standard fight without piranha plants because they also have a white Magic Koopa. White Magic Koopas have an HP of 11, an attack of 3, and a defense of 0. They're white for a reason. They're white mages. They will heal the enemy. They will heal the other piranha plants if you don't take it out immediately. But I don't have any patience. I want to get to this volcano already, so I'm just going to use Starstorm to deal some damage and use Bombette to finish him off because I gotta get a move on. You're probably going to use the same method I just did, assuming you have your all your like HP and FP are healed. Well, your FP and star power more like, and the star piece is actually in here. It's right there. There we go. Once I get close enough, thankfully we'll be able to get an alternative means of being able to do that. Like being able to flip over the panels for soonish. It's an interesting music. Now you would think there would be like a little mini dungeon in this tree. No, it's just a really big staircase. So all you really gotta do is climb to the top. There is one item we could get on our way up to the top, or at least a badge. I actually really like this theme. It's the Raven theme. Anyway, it's a Happy Heart badge. I'll be using that later because I love me some Happy Heart. Healing between turns is always nice, especially if you can keep the momentum going with not taking much damage. And as I mentioned before, the more Happy Hearts you have equipped, the more HP you can recover, as well as how like you'll recover more often between turns. Anyway, here's Raphael. Well, oh yes, affirmative. I'm the master of this island. Call sign, Rafael the Raven. If you have any problems at all, just let me know, okay? Go ahead, out with it. Ah, so you're Mario, I see. Roger that. You can't find a way to reach the volcano, is that it? Yeah, that is a problem. Not for me, though. I'll help. To be honest with you, I knew you'd ask something like that. I got a message from the star, so I knew you were coming. Or you having a premonition in your sleep or something? I've got something exceptional to give you to help you on your way. But that's for later. Right now, let's take care of that volcano problem, okay? Call! Their walking animation is weird. I say animation, but there's not much to it. I don't know, the way their feet look just bugs me. We've got work to do. Well, I'll brief you only once, so I want your full attention. I'm like bopping my head to this music now. I should hope so. Let's move, Ravens. Follow me. I don't think ravens make that sound. That doesn't sound like call to me. Ignoring that. Heave-ho! Oh, come on then. Yeah, see, I just don't like how they walk. It's weird. It's like they're birds with human feet just stapled on them. It's creepy. Oh, yeah, all right. Is everybody ready? Now, Ravens, get to work. This won't take long. What in blazes? My dear boy. Call. Finish call. Roger that. You can reach the volcano now. Ooh, top notch, really. It would appear we can enter the volcano, dear boy. With luck, eh, Mario? I shan't delay another moment. The ancient treasures are calling me. Onward. Well, while Colorado gets himself into some deep trouble because he just can't help himself. What a maverick, charging into the volcano. He's bold, I'll give him that. Bold and certainly nuts. But enough about that. I want to give you that important item I was talking about. Here, take it. And the Ultra Stone. That's an Ultra Stone. I found it a long time ago in the depths of this jungle. Now that you have this stone, whenever you find a super block, you can upgrade one of your party members from super rank to ultra rank. Strengthening the members of your party will be the key to your success. Trust me. That's what a Star Spirit told me in a dream. I was right. Use it and prosper. I've got to go now. Over and out. As he said, that's Ultra Stone will enable us to level up our party members once more. which will which will increase their attack power and give them one more ability. And just a quick heads up, we're giving the next power up to Sushi because you really want to for this area of the game, because now we're finally getting into the reason why you want to have that ice power, because we got some fire-based enemies in this dungeon. Uh-oh. Identified as Mario. Alert! Report to boss. Alert! Alert! Uh-oh. I sense danger here. All adventures are dangerous, though, so what of it? We must press on toward the glory of an unknown treasure. Come on, my dear boy. Alright, so thanks for demonstrating that, Colorado, you miserable airhead. Yeah, that's basically what's going on here. Don't stay on the platforms too long, because they will sink and you will take damage. You want to be quick with moving. I do hate this part, though, because you got these platforms that just move really slowly. I mean, I guess you could sort of speed up the process by using paracarry to carry you after the platform reaches a certain distance, but it's not really worth it at this point. But anyway, enough about that. We got a new enemy, the Lava Bubble. They have an HP of 9, an attack of 4, and defense of 0. Be careful if they when they attack you, because you can get inflicted with a burn status. Actually, no, you can't. Not in this game. They can attack your party members, though, so you want to be careful. Basically, what they'll do is they'll shoot a whole bunch of fireballs at your party member. If you don't time the guard well enough, they'll be out of commission for 2 turns. And this is the reason why you want the ice power badge or Sushi, because they're weak. These guys are weak to fire and ice. They're weak to fire and ice. They're weak to ice and water. And I guess if you really wanted to, there was a snowman doll you could use, which deals a bit more damage too. It usually does 4, but I think it does 5 or 6. But anyways, we got another new enemy, Spike Top. They have an HP of 4, and an attack power of 3, and a defense of power of 4. Now, clearly, as you might have already guessed, these guys are a bit tough because of their hardcore defense. You can use 2 options. 1, Watt, or if you remember that power quake we got in the previous area of this chapter, you could actually use that to deal damage to both of those enemies. And I do believe, yes. I'm keeping tabs on. I have a side tab going on so I can like recall like what I have to explain. But anyways, if you have the power quake bash from earlier, you can actually flip them over and their defense power will be 0. But unlike the Koopas, they'll just flip right back over like the Buzzy Beetles from chapter 2. And I think that's about it for enemy variety. Well, except for one enemy, and I guess the boss fight. Yeah, this dungeon, yeah, it's weird because you might have noticed that we didn't have a proper like mini boss. You could argue the white Magic Koopa and all those piranha plants we fought earlier, excuse me, earlier as a mini boss, but I don't know, they don't compare to something like the Lantern Ghost we fought before, or heck, even the weird thing we fought inside the whale. Wait, you're just fighting enemies until you eventually get to the boss fight. That POW block is also an alternative to use against the Spike Tops. It only does 2 damage, so you're not going to get too far. I don't want you guys to sit here and watch this because I'm just going to be jumping over all these, and it's not very it's not very exciting. At least for you guys watching at home or at a at a fast food place, wherever you're watching this video at. But yeah, I just had to speed that up. Get our sushi. Get our super block for sushi, so she could go to ultra rank, and she can learn her final technique, known as tidal wave. I'll explain what that does when we get to the point where I actually show it off. I actually know exactly where I use it, so I'll be able to explain it then. Now, unfortunately, because of that block, we can't proceed, because with our current hammer, we can't do anything about that. So instead, we're going to have to take this pulley down. If you're wondering why I was standing there, it's because I was contemplating on whether or not I should end the part there. But I wanted to keep going, because I haven't spent too much time here, and this is a fairly long area. Plus, like, with the next part, like, I'll be fighting the boss and the Peach intermission. If I ended the part here, it would probably just make the next part a heck of a lot longer. So that's why I ultimately decided to balance out these parts at least a little bit. I decided not to fight every enemy because I wanted to get through this volcano as swiftly as I could, just so I could get a move on with things. Because this area is rather huge. Because there's a lot of different entrances to other rooms. Alright, now this part's kind of annoying. You want to use Paracarry to carry you across here, and you're going to want to push these blocks into this little into the lava fall. Have sort of a make-believe dam. I'm not sure how this works though, because I'm pretty sure this lava is hot enough to melt those blocks. Those blocks are probably made of like anti-lava onium or something. That sounded really stupid when I actually think about it. Alright, so our point of interest is that big old chest. So you're gonna push 2 blocks into the lava. Be careful, because if you do push both blocks, the two blocks, like, you notice how I pushed that block right there? If I don't push that block like immediately, like right next to it like that, you're gonna have to reset the room. So make sure they're perfectly aligned when you do this. Alright, as for our last main enemy in this dungeon, we have the red Magic Koopa. They have an HP of 11, an attack of 3, and a defense of 0. Simply put, he can buff up all the enemy's attacks. I think like physically speaking, he actually makes the enemies grow in size, and they can deal 3 more damage. Anyway, the tidal wave attack. For one, I suck at this attack. You have to, what you want to do is you want to press the buttons in the order they appear. If you're quick enough, if you're quick and efficient enough, you can deal, I want to say, maybe 15 damage total. But you really have to be quick with your fingers. I unfortunately am not. I was never good at doing that move. Or at least getting the maximum, like, a serious amount of damage. I could probably get 8 or 9 at most. I've never managed to reach double digits though. It's really hard for me to do. But that attack is going to be very effective later on. The only downside is it does use a significant amount of FP, so you want to make sure you have plenty of flower points on standby. Alright, now we have the Ultra Hammer. Now we can destroy those metal blocks we've been seeing. We can also flip over panels that have star pieces instead of having to spin jump. Why we couldn't use the super hammer to do that is beyond me, but whatever. I'm not a game designer. I didn't make that decision. Somebody else did. get this chest, and you get the Dizzy Stomp. If you recall, Dizzy prevents you from being able to do anything. So, Dizzy Stomp is pretty good when you're using it against enemies. And I was sort of wandering around because I was looking for another star piece that actually isn't in this room either. Like I said, I was doing a lot of wandering around. Yes, excellent. Now, Mario, no time to hang about. Onward to glory. Onward to glory, next part. I think we've done enough here. So anyways, next time on Paper Mario, we're going to continue into Mount Lavalava, hopefully find our target in the form of this piranha plant that we've been told about, and rescue our 5th star sphere. So until then, I got a juice.